We do have a plan.
I think last inspection we failed.
If you are a contractor and you have a nightmare story, we want to know about it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Guys, what's going on? Monday, monumental day because we're so close to drywall and insulation. We just passed our electrical rough-in inspection. Orange stickers on the window. Insert little arrow there. Adrian's back. Brandon's here. Got Jamar crushing a couple punch list items. You remember him from some of the earlier episodes?
So let me introduce to you our favorite plumber. One of my favorite subs.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. What's up, everybody? Stay cool. Summertime is upon us. Like and subscribe. Make sure y'all do that.
I'll show you guys what we're working on. Big old stack of nail plates. We are going through. Some of the stuff gets tidied up, brought back to the shop. Set the plates back up there. Jumbo nail plates go everywhere. Tidying things up. A clean job site is 87% more likely to pass than a disorganized job site.
65% of all statistics are made up on the spot.
That's right 90% of the time. All right. Jamar, what was the last inspection that you failed?
Last inspection that I felt I needed copper screws for a hold right stub out bracket for 1/2-inch copper. Copper screws. I said, if you can find them, I'll put them in.
That sounds like the inspector was having a bad day. I think last inspection we failed. One was because a permit didn't come through in time, but it was showing up on the system. The other was we connected tubular PVC with tubular brass, and they said we couldn't use a Fernco, and we ended up having to use compression, which is not as good of a seal as the Fernco, but that's what we failed on. So
yeah, it sucks. Because life safety is the most important part.
I'm asking Jamar because he used to work for licensed inspections.
Yeah, I used to be an inspector. Yeah.
But for any inspectors watching it, we actually are.
Y'all didn't let me get out. That's where I was actually headed. That's why I started off by saying life safety is very important, because that's the entire reason that the other non's in place.
I do like permits though.
Yeah.
Sorry, some asbestos got in my eye.
Hold the copper screws though. Hold the copper screws.
So I just let Jamar know that we do have some copper nails at the shop.
Thank you.
He's not gonna have to do any demo on the job because that house probably fell apart, and we'll find that exit. We'll find that easily.
Yeah, hopefully not though. Knock on wood.
What's new on the farm?
Chickens. Let me know if you guys want a rooster. I have a black copper marin, and they're ready to go. I have 2. Very beautiful.
So I don't want a copper marin. I want a copper screw, Jamar.
I know. How about it? No pun intended. Yeah. Either one works.
Man, get the job done.
Get the job done. So.
To build a house, you gotta break a couple eggs.
Wow.
They're roosters. Got it. All right, we got a million little things to finish tomorrow morning. Nail guards, tidying up, getting stuff back to our shop. Over under that we pass tomorrow?
We're gonna pass tomorrow. Yeah.
Over under that we pass tomorrow? Over under that we pass tomorrow? I give it a 51%. Not because the work's not good, just because there's a lot of little details. You know, it's been almost 6 months of just like stuff going on here, and we got 6 months worth of stuff to get rid of. So once we get cleaned up, we'll be back tomorrow. Tuesday is a good day to pass an inspection. Fingers crossed. See you tomorrow. Like and subscribe.
That's what's up. Cool. Oh, I can't show the street. Yeah. Oh, this is the condensate line?
Yeah. Look at like you're right.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Looks good, man.
Thank you.
All right, I'll let you get back to it. Down in the basement.
Oh yeah, down in the basement, into the dungeon.
Yeah.
Into the dungeon I must go.
Running some tests.
Run some tests.
Trying to figure this whole boy out.
So what are we working on actually?
We are trying to get that microphone on. There we go. So what we're doing is we're trying to get this door threshold into this old door frame. It's a little different than doing it into like a regular pre-hung door or something like that. Yeah, this door's awesome. It's massive, heavy duty, hurricane door, but yeah, they didn't build it to modern building standards. I wonder why. So we're just trying to trim these little edge pieces off here. Kind of get this part flush so we can butt this right up against the inside of our door jamb. So it can fall just shy of flush to the bottom of our door. You can always adjust our threshold up or down after it's already in, so we want to get it close. This is more or less what we're working with here. This piece pops right into here, but we don't need it for now. And this is gonna slide right in here like this. Back of it flush with the door, a little overhang on the outside for water to kind of run down, seep out. So we're not rotting anything more than we already did. Or we didn't, but you know how it goes. So I'm gonna get cutting. Big strong guy. Explain what we're doing, dummy. What did we just do over here?
Explain what we're doing.
Look at this. What's going on?
What's going on, guys? It's Tuesday and we're about midway through the day. I got some footage of everybody working here earlier, but as you can see, we had our plumbers, our electricians, and our HVAC in here today because, well, originally we were scheduled to have our inspection, our framing inspection here today in the afternoon. Our inspector called us and told us he wasn't gonna be able to make it today, so we rescheduled that for tomorrow. But the squad was in here, everybody knew what the assignment was, and we got it done. So we are ready for our framing inspection. I have to go around still and do some cleaning. We have a little bit of messes everywhere. Not the subcontractor's fault. I just want to make sure that we are spotless, looking good. We personally like to believe that a clean job site translates to a well thought out job. So we do let little messes build up every now and then, but we try to stay on top of it. We are a generally very tidy organization here. So that being said, check this out. Isn't that nice? Our door is in, our threshold is installed. We have security. Next move is going to be to resend all this AZAC. All that stuff has to be in place before our stucco can be installed. That looks like something that might happen later this week or early next week. So, all right, stay tuned. More to come. Let's see how it goes. Welcome back, guys. It's Wednesday, and guess what? We just passed our inspection. Yay! Now, were we worried about it? I wouldn't say we were worried about it.
Over under that we pass tomorrow?
But it's always a question of whether or not the inspector that's coming in is having a good day or a bad day, what they're looking at. We feel like we've done a great job on this job so far. We really trust our subs, and we go around and we kind of do a top to bottom. You know, in the days leading up, we're looking at everything. But since we had the whole thing going on with the back wall over here, the rhythm and the flow of this job really just kind of got thrown off, and things that were on top of mine just kind of, they left that area. And then so getting all that stuff back into your head and getting everything kind of laid out in front of you. Okay, cool. Are we in a good spot? So we were able to pull it together. We got the whole place cleaned up. We are in a beautiful work environment right now. And we are ready for installation now. We passed our framing inspection. All of our bolts are cut out of the walls. Our doors installed, our windows are ready to go. This place is spotless. I feel like the word relieved isn't the right word. We are relieved. We are glad that our suspicions have been confirmed, that we are on top of everything. Our fire foam, our fire caulking, our insulation, or our filling the air gaps, all of our penetrations, all of our nail guards, our framing, everything is looking good. So it's good to have that second pair of eyes, kind of be able to explain ourselves. Plus, this was our first time meeting our actual inspector. We've met his boss before. He came over when we were doing the whole thing with the third floor wall. So it was nice. He did point a couple things out, like some areas and closets where some of the HVAC stuff has little droops in it, but you know, that's none of that stuff is getting left like that. That's all going to be put into T's and go into the units, and none of that stuff is installed yet. So cool, awesome. Good to know he's looking at all of the details in there also. So what's next? Next, we got to get even more stuff out of here. We just pulled a truckload of old materials, things we don't need anymore, stuff that was getting in the way. Pulled all that out of here, and we've set a date with our insulators to come and do our exterior installations. We'll go into that when we get there. We do have a plan, but there's a lot of space on these exterior walls that, when I said a lot of space, there's not a lot of space in some of these exterior walls. How do you get airflow? How do you get enough insulation to meet code requirements? These are old systems that are in place, and we have new standards nowadays. Houses weren't insulated the same way back then. So we'll dive into all of that soon enough. For right now, we're gonna enjoy our win. We're gonna keep this momentum going. We're gonna get back on the course that we were on before we had to deal with that third floor wall. And that's it, baby. We're back. I don't know how many of you guys watching this are contractors also. If you are a contractor and you have a nightmare story with an inspector, we wanna know about it. We'll react to it. We'll read those comments. All right, for right now, we're out.
$24 bad boys.
24? That's what you said. What are we loading up?
Timber fill, blown-in insulation, baby.
Woo! This is our second time using this product, the blown-in timber HP, and I personally love it. We'll talk about some of the details, you know, the permeability, the flame retardants, the insect retardants, the anti-fungicidal properties, but I would never do this with insulation of any kind. Just, you know, really get in there.
Work into the pores.
You do that with fiberglass, you're gonna have a really shitty 2 hours. You do that with mineral wool, it's in your eyes everywhere.
We love this stuff.
Audrey, why are you loading this all up in one area by the front door? Shouldn't you be spreading it out?
Well, when the insulators get here, they bring a big truck with them, and the truck has a hopper that they toss this stuff into, and it comes through a big old hose that they have a little switch for on the inside here. So it's all gonna end up out there anyway, so we're gonna make it easy for them to access all the insulation right here.
One of the most important things when you're dealing with blown-in insulation, even spray foam if you're going that route, which we are not, it takes a long time to get a street closure permit. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, I started applying for the street closure permit so we could block the road off for a couple hours without pissing the neighbors off. Spoiler alert, the city is super backed up on that stuff, so we probably are gonna go permitless. And that's cool because Brandon and Audrey are good at charming PPA.
Why I gotta. What's up, Green Building Army? We're out here, it's Friday, and we're getting ready for installation happening next week. So, one thing about our installation strategy here is that we're going to be netting off this entire ceiling. Everything that has a roof above is getting a net and is getting blown in. Timber HP, you saw that, it's all loaded up downstairs. One thing we have to do to get ready for that though is remove all of these plates for our lighting. I've marked the floor already. Can you see it? Can you see it down there? Not the star, that's an artifact from a previous demonstration, but it's marked down there. I'm gonna get some orange spray paint later on, really make it super visible. But for right now, I'm taking these down, we're gonna stash them up, and we're gonna keep them somewhere safe. And then after we get all of our netting, after all of our insulation, after our furring strips go up, these get reinstalled and we're good to go. Also gonna be dropping down our vent fans. That's pretty much it. All right, I'll catch you guys later on. Talk to you.